Hello friends, from today we are starting GC Leon, which is an important geography book for government exams. So let's begin with lesson 1, the earth and our universe. In this video, I have placed the original book and my handwritten notes. The handwritten notes are the summarized version of the book. So let's read galaxy. Galaxy is a group of stars, cluster of stars, billion of stars, which we have observed in the sky. Some galaxies are spiral and some are circular. A ray of light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the earth. Light takes only a second to reach us from the moon. Our solar system have 9 planets, but nowadays we consider only 8 as Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Because Pluto's orbit is highly eccentric as it is not stable. As because in 1979 Pluto enters in Neptune's orbit for the time period of 20 years, which is 1979 to 1999. And while seeing this on 24 August 2006, the summit of Indian Astronomical Union called Pluto as dwarf planet or Kuiper object for any heavenly body for being planet conditions. For Earth, Mars, Venus, Jupiter or any body, it is called planet because they should follow these 3 points. For any heavenly body, for being planet conditions are mass that much as it should be acquire spherical shape, should revolve around sun, orbit should not be that much eccentric as it crosses orbit of other planets. इसका मतलब ये है कि किसी भी बॉडी को प्लेनेट कहलाने के लिए जो 3 पॉइंट्स फॉलो करने पड़ते हैं जो कि होने ही चाहिए. दैट इज मास डेट मच इट शुड एक्वायर स्फेरिकल शेप. मतलब कि इतना मास होना चाहिए जैसे कि वो एक स्फेरिकल शेप एक्वायर कर ले और वो सन के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करना चाहिए और ऑर्बिट एसेंट्रिक नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो अपना ऑर्बिट छोड़ के दूसरे में एंटर कर दे जैसे प्लूटो ने किया था 1979. और यही प्लूटो के केस में पहला 2 कंडीशन अप्लाई होता है, तीसरे में वो फेल हो जाता है, इसीलिए उसे डॉग प्लेनेट कहा गया है. हमारे सन के 9 पार्ट्स होते हैं जिसमें कि पहला कोर, दूसरा रेडिएटिव जोन, थर्ड कन्वेक्टिव जोन, फोर्थ फोटोस्फेयर, क्रोमोस्फेयर, कोरोना. Corona is also a part of sun, which is the outer surface. Let's see how we could remember the names of these planets in sequence wise. My very educated mother just saw us 9 planets. Here we will consider the first alphabet of each word. M, V, E, M, J, S, U, N and P. M for Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Components of solar system: Sun, planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, meteors and meteoroids. The heavenly body about which we don't know clearly is called Kuiper object. Venus and Mars. There are some facts about Venus and Mars. Venus is the hottest planet and it is Earth's twin. Mars as next possibility of life after Earth. Here I have mentioned the different distance from Sun to all planets. As between Mars and Jupiter, belt of rocky fragments are formed, which is known as cirrus, and planetoids as fragments of planets, small particles like meteors, meteoroids, this type. 2 planets before Earth are inferior planets because their orbits are inferior to Earth and Sun. While moving from Mercury to Mars, size of planets will increase and the exception is Mars because its size is not increasing. After the belt of Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are called Jovian planets as gaseous planets and planets of outer circle. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars are planets of inner circle and it is known as terrestrial planets. And Mercury, Venus are inferior to Earth, which I have already told because their orbit is inferior to Earth. The distance between Sun and Earth is 1 astronomical unit, and from Sun to Neptune, the distance is 30 astronomical unit. And from Neptune to Heliopause is the outermost limit of the solar system. And from Neptune to Heliopause, the distance is 70 astronomical unit. 1 astronomical unit means 149 million kilometer, and from Sun to Neptune it is 30 astronomical unit, and from Heliopause to Neptune it is 70 astronomical units. So the total distance from Sun to outermost limit of the solar system is 100 astronomical units. All planets in the solar system rotates from west to east, like from this side. Exceptions are Uranus and Venus, as they follow opposite trend of rotation. Venus, opposite to Earth, it revolves from east to west. As Earth revolves from west to east, it revolves from east to west. Uranus, pole by pole, it is from east to west and by pole by pole. Planets of outer circle, which I have already told, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, are called Jovian planets. What is perihelion and aphelion? Perihelion is the smallest distance between Sun and Earth, and aphelion is the largest distance between Sun and Earth. Perihelion is occurred in the month of Jan, around 3rd of Jan, and aphelion occurs in the month of June. Winter for southern hemisphere and perihelion is summer for southern hemisphere. Perihelion distance is 147 million kilometers and aphelion is 153 million kilometers. One astronomical unit means 149 kilometers, which I have already told. Shape of the earth. How could we know in beginning that our earth is flat or circular? So there are different theories about the shape of earth. Let's see what are these. If we remove water from earth, we will see equatorial bulging and polar flattening, which is a shape of geoid. Radius of earth is bigger as compared to pole. Earth's equatorial circumference is 24,897 miles. Polar circumference is less than by 83 miles. So the radius of Earth is greater than radius of poles. Equatorial diameter is 796 miles and polar diameter is shorter by 26 miles. Evidence of Earth's sphericity. Circumnavigation of the Earth. Ferdinand Magellan 1519 to 1522 proved beyond doubt that Earth is spherical. No traveler going around the world by land or sea has ever encountered an abrupt edge over water he would fall. Modern air routes the ocean navigation based on assumption of the Earth. In circumnavigation theory, Magellan proved that Earth is round as he traveled whole Earth through water and he did not fell anywhere. As if Earth has flat, he should fell at a certain edge from the Earth. The second, the circular horizon. The circular horizon is a theory which gives that the circular horizon, the distant horizon viewed from the deck of a ship at sea or from a land is always and everywhere circular in shape. This circular horizon widens with increasing altitude and could only be seen in a spherical body. That illustrated in figure 3. Like horizon. If we stand a tower here, viewpoint from Y is A to B and from X viewpoint is C to D. Like is Earth is spherical, that's why viewpoint is changing. If Earth is flat, then viewpoint but the ground viewpoint will not be changed. Ship visibility. When a ship appears over its distant horizon, the top of the mast is seen first before the hull. In the same way, when it leaves and disappeared over curved surface, it is equal and gradual. Like this is called mast and this is called hull of a ship. When a ship is appeared, the first this mast is seen. As Earth is spherical, that's why the tallest point is seen first. And in the case of flat Earth, the whole ship should be visible at a time, but it is not. The sunrise and sunset at different times in different places. As the earth rotates from west to east, places in the east see the sunrise earlier, those in west. If the earth were flat, the whole world would have sunrise and sunset at same time. But we know this is not possible. Fifth theory is lunar eclipse. The shadow cast by the earth on the moon during the lunar eclipse is always circular. It takes the outline of an arc of a circle. Only a sphere can cast such a circular shadow. Planetary bodies are spherical. All observations from telescope reveal that the planetary bodies as other planets, the sun, moon, satellite and other stars have circular outlines. From whichever angle you see them, they are strictly sphere. Can't be the only exception. Seventh is driving poles on level ground on a curved surface. Engineers, when driving poles of equal length at a regular intervals on the ground, have found that they do not give a perfect horizontal level. The center pole normally projects slightly above the pole at either because of curvature of the earth, as illustrated in figure 6. Surveyor and field engineers, they have to make contain correction for this inevitable curvature. Like if we place three poles on a spherical earth, their height will vary, as in center it will higher and on the two side poles it is lower, as in case of flat earth they all should be equal. And the eighth one is aerial photographs. Pictures taken from high altitude by rockets and satellites show clearly that curved earth edge of a earth. This is perhaps the most convincing and the most up-to-date proof of the earth. Now we will start earth movement. Man is always conscious of the apparent movement of the sun, and little realizes that the earth on which he stands is constantly in motion. When the sun disappears, he says the sun set, and when it emerges, he says that the sun rises. He is not the least aware that sun in fact does not rise or set. Earth's movement. Spinning of earth on its axis is called as rotation, while spinning revolving around sun is called revolution. Like earth is spinning on its axis, which causes day and night, and when earth is revolving around sun, the weather changes. It is called revolution. Change in angle of inclination is known as obliquity, like 22.1 degree to 24.5 degree. Eccentricity, change in orbit, more elliptical to more circular in long time span of 96,000 to 1,25,000 years. Orbit becomes more circular to more elliptical. Obliquity, change in angle of inclination 22.1 to 24.5 degree in the time span of 41,000 to 46,000 years. While obliquity becoming orbit more circular, the more elliptical is called eccentricity. Precession, wobbling of earth on its axis in 26,000 years. Wobbling means jhumna. Tidal forces of sun and moon is responsible for wobbling of earth, as maximum population and 80% landmass is in northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is mostly water and ice. And from this sentence, Tropic of Cancer is behaving as thermal equator. Like this is the equator, and this is Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north, and this is 23.5 degree south. This part is mostly covered with water, and this part is mostly covered with landmass and human beings, 80%. So this will be the thermal equator, Tropic of Cancer. For the formation of seasons, revolution of earth around sun and its inclination at certain angle is merged. As the formation of season, I told here revolution. While spinning, it should revolve around sun at a certain angle. Inclination and revolution around formation of seasons. Variation in day and night. Inclination at certain angle and revolving around sun. This will cause the variation in day and night. The revolution of earth and its effect on seasons. The variation of length of day and night. So here is the sun. This is the simplified image. This is 0 degree, this is 23 degree north, and this is 23 degree south. Earth is revolving as earth is inclined at 23.5 degree. On 21st March, it causes spring equinox, and 21st June summer solstice, and on 23rd September autumn equinox, and on 22nd December it is winter solstice. As on 21st March, the rays of sun is perpendicular to Tropic of Cancer. That's why it is called spring equinox, and on this day the duration of day and night are equal. Then summer solstice. On 21st June, the sun rays falls directly on Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degree north, as on this day the day is longer as compared to night. Night is shorter. Autumn equinox is occurred on 23rd September, as here also the sun rays falls equally on the equator. Due to this, day and night are equal. Winter solstice 22nd of December, the sun rays falls directly perpendicular on Tropic of Capricorn. That's why in southern hemisphere day is longer and nights are shorter, and we live in northern hemisphere. That's why during winter days are shorter and nights are longer. Dawn and twilight are by the sunrise and sunset, while the scattering of light. As while sunrise and sunset, we can see the redness in the sky with the sunrise and sunset. Latitude and longitude. Latitudes. Angular distance taken from the center of the earth. Latitudes are parallel and they never meet. Latitude forms a complete circle that is equidistant. These are latitudes. They form complete circle of 360 degree. Equator. Equator is the longest latitude and equator is also known as temperature coordinate. Poles are the shortest latitude. Equator is longest, poles are shortest. Distance between 0 degree and 1 degree is 111 kilometer. This is very important data. Distance between 0 and 1 degree is 111 kilometer. Angle from the center of the earth. Latitudes never meet and their length decreases. Longitudes. Angles are taken from prime meridian, then from center of the earth. Longitudes are forming semicircle. These are time coordinates. Latitudes are temperature coordinate. Longitudes are time coordinate. All longitude converges over poles. Maximum distance between two longitude is over equator. These are not equidistant meeting over poles and length remains same. These all are same. They will meet at pole and the longest distance between longitude is at the equator. Latitude is temperature coordinate and longitude is time coordinate. Longitude and time. International Standard Time Zone is called 0 degree longitude. Indian Standard Time is 82 and half degree east as 68 degrees 7 minute west, which is in the westmost part of India, Rajhill Creeks, plus 97 degree 25 minute east, which is easternmost part of India, which is a town from Arunachal Pradesh. Divide by 2, then the value will come 82 degree and 30 minute. In 24 hours, Earth revolves 360 degree, and in 1 hour it is 15 degree. In 1 hour there is 60 minutes. So 15 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and in 1 degree it is 4 minutes. In 1 hour it is 15 degree, and in 1 degree it is 4 minutes. This is the solved equation. These all are the same data. How to find the time? To find out time on longitudinal distance, if given, so this is our earth and this is 0 degree longitude. If a person is here and another one is here, if he will move from this to this, the time added, he gains time. East gain add, and if he will move from this place to this place, he will lose the time. West loss time. Simply, if we will move from east, we will add the time, and if we will move from east to west, we will subtract the time. How to find out longitudinal distance? If given and asked location are in same hemisphere, like if it is given that 82 and half degree east and 60 degree east both are in same hemisphere, then we will subtract the smaller value from bigger value and multiply by 4. Different hemisphere, like if one value is from eastern hemisphere and another value is from western hemisphere, so we will add bigger value plus smaller value and we will multiply by 4, because this value will come in degrees and we have to convert it in minutes to find out the time. And the international date line is 180 degree, which crosses the ocean. This type of zigzag because it should not touch any continent or any landmass, as if it will touch, the time zone of that landmass will be vary. If we will move from this side, east add, 1 day is added, and if we will move from west to east, 1 day is subtracted. For today this much only. We will meet in another video with a new concept.